answers.
Yes,
Huh?
ma'am.
Okay, so you did number systems in class 8th also, right?
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
tell me what all you did in your class 8 regarding number systems? Okay, okay, tell me.
I couldn't remember.
Acha, theek hai. Chalo, I'll trigger you a little bit. Okay, what do we call numbers starting from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 as we work on the number line?
Natural number.
Very good. Okay, then if I add 0 to it to the list, then
Whole number.
whole numbers. Okay. Then if I start working on the left of the number line, like -1, -2, -3, then
Integers.
integers. Okay. So you can say that natural numbers belong to whole numbers, isn't it? And whole numbers belong to
Yes.
integers. Hai na? Then in between integers, you also insert some other numbers which are in the form of fractions. They can be negative fractions or they can be positive fractions, right? Right? Then what are those called?
Rational
Rational
numbers.
numbers, right? Very good. All right. So rational numbers are there. You have done till rational numbers. Right now, also we are going to concentrate on rational numbers. Till that was till class 8. But now in class 9th, along with rational numbers, you also have another category which is called irrational numbers. What it is called?
Irrational
Irrational numbers.
numbers.
Okay, so I'll share my screen with you and we'll just quickly study the number system. All right.
Okay, ma'am.
Copy this down. So do you have your notebook with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Just copy this down. So Tanasha, number, when you talk of numbers as a whole, then numbers can be, of two types. ये आपने सुना नहीं होगा. I'm going to tell you right now. So numbers are of two types. They are real numbers and they are imaginary numbers. Okay. If you take up your
Okay.
mathematics in your higher grades, for example, in grade 11, then you will learn about this imaginary number. All right. I'll tell you in short after some
Okay.
time that what are exactly imaginary numbers. Abhi you will not be able to get. Right now you will not be able to get, but after maybe a little later, you'll be able to get that what is imaginary number. All right. So real numbers and imaginary numbers. If I further bifurcate real numbers, then we get rational numbers about which you have done till your grade 8, right?
Yes.
Another category is irrational numbers. All right. Then further rational numbers can be like they can be fractions, then they can be integers. If they are integers, then they can be negative numbers, they can be positive numbers, and they can be zero also. All right. So all these together are called rational numbers. Now, what is the rational number? Rational number is always of the form P upon Q, where Q should never be equal to zero. This is the main thing. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Tanasha, is it fine, beta? This much
Yes,
is
ma'am.
clear? Okay, now I'll tell you the reason why it should not be equal to zero. I think this you must have done also. Okay, many times they say that rational numbers should be of the form P by Q, where P can be an integer, Q can be an integer. Integer means it can be a positive number, it can be a negative number also. But this Q should never be zero. Numerator can be zero, P can be zero, but Q should never be equal to zero. I'll tell you the reason why. See, tell you one thing. 1 into 0, Tanasha, is equal to,
1.
think and answer. 1 into 0,
1.
okay, what is 1 into 1?
1 into 0 is 0.
Right, 0. Okay, what about 2 into 0?
0.
Okay, what about 3 into 0?
0.
Okay, what about x into 0?
0.
Again 0, okay. Let's come to the first statement. This implies that 1 is equals to 0 upon 0, right? Can I write it like this?
Yes.
See, this zero is being multiplied here. If I bring it to the other side, it will be divided, right? So 1 is
Yes.
equals to 0 upon 0. Now, from the second statement, it implies 2 is equals to 0 upon 0.
Yes, ma'am.
From the third statement, 3 is equals to 0 upon 0.
Yes,
From the
ma'am.
fourth statement, x is equals to 0 upon 0. है ना सही
Yes,
बात है
ma'am.
all right so now this means that 0 upon 0 can be written as 1 0 upon 0 can be written as 2 0 upon 0 is written as 3 0 upon 0 is written as x 0 upon 0 can be written as 1000 also 1 lakh also that means this number 0 upon 0 does not carry any definite value see it does not carry a single particular unique value it may keep on changing its values all right and hence in mathematics we call it undefined what do we call it
Undefined.
undefined please write this down this number 0 upon 0 is written as undefined okay
Done, ma'am.
this means that any number with denominator 0 not only 0 upon 0 but if it is 1 upon 0 it is 2 upon 0 it is 5 upon 0 any number with denominator 0 is undefined hence we don't put it in the category of rational numbers got it Tanisha so wo jo hum
Yes, ma'am.
again and again we say na this definition of rational numbers this definition that rational numbers are of the form p by q they are of the form p by q should not be equal to 0 इसलिए कहा जाता है that is why they say this because the moment your denominator becomes 0 that number becomes undefined it is no more a rational number it becomes undefined is this clear Tanisha
Yes, ma'am.
okay all right so here the first exercise of your chapter is about inserting rational numbers between two rational numbers well we start from there
Yes, ma'am.
है ना this was the basic idea of the number system we are not dealing with this imaginary number system we are dealing only as per class 9 we are only dealing with real number system okay Tanisha
Okay, ma'am.
imaginary we are not doing imaginary you will come across when you take up sciences in your class 11 particularly if you take up your maths okay so this we are not dealing right now we're dealing only with the real numbers are of two types rational irrational in fact rational you have done a lot till grade 8 but we will revisit it right now your first exercise is just revisiting it so we'll revisit it first now okay bachche
Okay, ma'am.
so let's start I'll take a new clip now are you able to see clearly
Yes, ma'am.
all right so now suppose you have two numbers say 3 and 5 and I ask you to insert a rational number between it all right first of all tell me 3 and 5 are rational or irrational
3 and 5.
are rational or irrational
Rational.
why concentrate on the definition a rational number is of the form
P upon Q.
where the denominator q should not be
0.
0 so how can I write this 3 can I write this as 3 upon
3 upon 1.
right so it is of the form p by q
Yes, ma'am.
where q is not 0 है ना similarly 5
Okay,
can be written as 5 upon
5 upon 1.
1 again p by q form aa gayi we can say we got this p by q form where the denominator q is
Yes.
not equal to 0 hence 3 and 5 are rational numbers what I am supposed to do I want to insert another rational number between this now this I have given you a very simple thing either directly a small child will also tell you no 3 and 5
Yes,
what
ma'am.
comes in between 3 and 5
4.
4 okay so this challenge is not worth your grade let's make it a little difficult now instead of inserting a rational number I ask you to insert 5 rational numbers
Yes.
5 rational numbers so how would you do it okay
Ma'am.
any idea or shall I tell you
3 plus 5 upon 2.
okay yes that is the first method all right I'll write here method 1 which you are telling me method 1 we add 3 plus 5 and upon 2 so we get 8 upon 2, that is 4. Okay, one number we have inserted. You have to insert 4 more. So what is the next step?
3 plus
3. 3 plus, take this number
3
which you have
plus
inserted.
3
4.
plus 4 upon 2.
Right. So you get 7 upon 2, that is 3.5. Alright. Okay, then one more.
3 plus 3.5 upon 2.
Okay. Can I write it as 3 plus 7 by 2? I write it 3.5 or write it as 7
Yes,
by 2.
ma'am.
It's one and the same thing, na? So for calculation purpose, always remember it's easy to take the fractions rather than taking a decimal. Okay,
Decimals.
because decimal ultimately you have to again bring it back into the fraction form. All right. So always for calculation. Now you will do in physics also. In physics also, do remember that don't take the decimals for calculation purpose. It is always better to take the fractional form for calculation purpose. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Tanasha, are you getting or no, better?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. All right. So 3 plus 7 by 2. How do we solve this?
3 plus 7 by 2.
Forget this denominator wala two. Okay, just forget this for the time being. Just take 3 plus 7 by 2 and solve it. Taking LCM.
Ma'am,
Can I
we
write?
will find the LCM.
Yes, 2 will be the LCM.
3 upon 1 plus 7 upon 2.
This is 7. Okay,
Fine.
3 plus 7 by 2. I've written it for you,
Okay.
6 plus 7 by 2. You want me to tell you how did it this come?
Yes, ma'am, once.
Okay, I'll show you. See, forget this 2 for the time being. Okay, इसको तो आप भूल जाओ. Just forget it. Just concentrate on this numerator. All right. Can I write this as 3 plus 7 upon 2? 3 upon 1 plus 7 by 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Further, I take the LCM 2. फिर क्या
Yes,
करते हैं?
ma'am.
1 की जगह में 2 कितने टाइम्स जाता है? 2 टाइम्स.
2 times.
तो 2 को 3 से मल्टीप्लाई कर देते हैं. This is the way we do it.
Yes.
Sure, पक्का? Still.
Yes. Mm, Ma'am, we have found the denominator, so we'll just add the numerators.
No, beta. Never.
Just a second.
Okay, see. I have written on the screen it for you in the box.
Yes, ma'am, just
Solve
a
this.
second.
Solve this for me.
Ma'am, it will be 6 plus 7 upon 2.
Yes, right. 6 plus 7 upon 2, that is 13 by 2, है ना?
Yes.
और एक ये 2 और था नीचे. You remember? One more 2 was
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
So again upon 2, this makes
Upon 2.
13 upon 4. Shall I solve this in detail for you?
Ma'am, how 4 came?
Good question. Okay. One trick, Tanisha, for you. Okay? Many times it happens that in the numerator also you get a fraction and the denominator you also get fraction, right?
Yes,
I'll take a different colored pen for you. For example, in numerator you have a number, say m upon n, and in the denominator also you have a number, say a upon b. ठीक है Tanisha? And you want to
okay.
solve this. And you want to solve this. Simple trick is both the numerators, which are the numerators m and a, should not be touched. Just don't touch it. Leave them as they are. m जहाँ है वहीं लिखो, a जहाँ है वहीं लिखो. ठीक है?
Okay,
The
ma'am.
denominator on the top side, bring it to the bottom. And the denominator on the bottom side, bring it on the top. So n goes down along with a and b goes up along with m. You can solve it.
Ma'am, so
आई शो यू हाउ वी यूज इट. ठीक है, आपने मुझे आंसर निकाल के दिया था अभी अभी 13/2 हियर,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना, 13/2. और एक अपॉन 2 और था,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना. ये देखो मैंने क्या कहा, दोनों न्यूमरेटर्स 13 और 2 तो आपको बिल्कुल भी टच नहीं करना है, इसको आपको एज इट इज लिखना है. दिस 2, दिस वन विल कम डाउन, so becomes, tell me.
4. 13 upon 4.
ठीक है, ठीक है Tanisha?
Okay, ma'am.
ये
Okay,
आपका आ
ma'am.
गया, you got this, which I have done in red.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to copy this?
Yes, ma'am. Just
Copy कर लो, this is very useful and every time you need to use this, okay? So copy this.
ma'am done.
Get that Tanisha.